In this tutorial, we'll learn about changing the document size. In order to change the size of a document for a particular output device, we'll have to use Photoshop's image size command. We can choose an image and then the image size, or use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+Alt+I. There is the preview of the image area on the left side of the dialog and the image dimensions on the right side of the dialog, as we can see. Photoshop gives us the hand tool automatically so that we can place the preview within the window to our liking, and besides this, it also zooms the window to 100% so that we can get a complete accurate view. We can also click and then drag to make the image size dialog larger, and if we place our cursor over the image area, we get a square that shows the preview size so that if we click, we can quickly navigate to previewing different areas of the image. Now, as we can see, this file is 12 by 8 inches in size at 300 pixels per inch. It approximately a 25 MB file in 3600 pixels by 2400 pixels. If we switch off the option to resample and then change the height, width or resolution, we can make changes in the print size of the image like this. But we are not resizing it, nor we are adding or deleting pixels. We are just deciding on the number of pixels we want Photoshop to allot in a specific unit of measurement. For example, if we change the width of 6 inches, it limits the proportion automatically and changes the height to 4 inches, and since Photoshop can't add or subtract any pixels, it will change the resolution from 300 to 600 pixels per inch. Now if we switch on the resample option, we are allowing Photoshop to add or remove pixels from our image. If we reduce the size of the image and make it smaller, Photoshop will throw away pixels, and if we increase the size and make it larger, Photoshop will require to make up pixels. Now let's change the width of the image to 24 inches and the resolution back down to 300. Since we have increased the width, we can see that Photoshop will add pixels to create a 24 by 7 MB file into an almost 100 MB file. On the contrary, if we change the width of 6 inches, we find the height changes automatically. However, in this case, if we leave the resolution the same, we find that Photoshop will throw away pixels, thus making a 24 MB file into a file little larger than 6 MB. We can change the dimensions here from pixels to percent to see what percentage of the file is being added or removed. If we scale down the image by 50%, Photoshop would be throwing away half of the pixels in the original document. If we want to control how the image is resized, we can choose that from the list. By default, it's set to automatic, and if we make the file large, Photoshop will automatically use the Preserve Details options. If we want to make the file size smaller, Photoshop will choose automatically by Cubic Sharper. These two options will give the best results for a lot of images, and if we set it to automatic while sampling up or sampling down, we are relieved from remembering to select the right option. There is a new option on Photoshop here, Preserve Detail 2.0. This is a technology preview, and the resampling option on it detects and preserves details and textures in image. And it does so without over-sharpening the prominent edges or smoothing out the lower contrast details. Hence, it is good to work with harder-edged details like text and logos. The moment we switch the algorithm, we can see the results in the window here immediately. Now, before we change this back, there's one more option which needs to be pointed out, and that's the closest neighbor or this hard edges. If we are working with graphics, for instance, designing interface for screens, and we want to resize without interpolation, we can choose this option. Now let's take a quick look at how we would set up the settings for specific output devices. First, let's take a look at an example for a printing press. Let's say we want to print to 150 line screen, which means we will need at least 225 pixels per inch. If we want to print this, let's say 18 inches, we are aware that Photoshop needs to interpolate up to create a 31.3 MB file, and it's going to interpolate up 112.5%. Now, what in case we want to go for a continuous tone printer, for example, an inkjet printer, and we want the resolution to be 300 pixels per inch. But maybe we just want to print these 4 by 6 inches. Now we can see that the image gets resized down to 50%. And while we might be reluctant to resample our image down, there are actually benefits associated with doing so. For example, if we know that we are going to upload this image to our color lab, resampling will allow uploading a smaller file. In addition to that, if I am sampling and if it is not of importance, whether we are sampling down or up, and if we choose to resample our image and view that image at 100%, we can decide on the amount of sharpening that has to be added more accurately. The final example is if we need to prepare this file to view it on the screen. In such instance, we would want to change our units of measurements from inches to pixels, and then we can put in the number of pixels. So it would be 2048 for the screen that I want to display this on. And again, Photoshop will resize this image down as we can see here. We can use image size to resize our documents for our specific output devices, determining if we want to add or remove information with the help of resample option.